When you watch the news, economic stories are everywhere, but the words reporters use isn't part of everyday conversation. In this video, I'll explain 12 economic words commonly used in the news using simple explanations and whiteboard doodles. By the end, you'll understand what these words actually mean and what they usually signal. Okay, let's get started. Our first word is inflation. Inflation is the gradual rise in prices over time, which reduces how much you can buy with the same amount of money. In simple terms, when inflation goes up, your money buys less than it used to. Inflation remains a top concern for households because our buying power goes down. Inflation goes up, our dollar's buying power goes down. Word number 2 is recession. A recession is a broad slowdown in economic activity. What happens during a recession? Jobs, spending, and production all tend to decline, and that's bad news. Here's an example sentence. Economists warn a recession may be approaching.
Oh no!
Word number 3 is downturn. During an economic downturn, businesses sell fewer goods and services, companies may reduce hiring or even lay off workers, unemployment rises. Consumer spending decreases, investment drops, overall economic growth declines. But growth is still happening. Here's something interesting. Politicians usually use this term instead of a more severe one like recession. So there are fewer goods and services being produced, companies may reduce hiring or even lay off workers, and unemployment rises. A downturn signals trouble, but not necessarily a collapse. The economy still continues. Word number 4 is slow down. Slow down is another term you hear used in economic news. Unlike a recession, an economic slowdown does not mean the economy is shrinking, only that momentum is weakening. In simple terms, an economic slowdown is when the economy is still moving forward, just not as fast as it was.
I guess we need to push.
Word number 5 is strain. Strain is another word we hear in economic news from time to time. Basically, it refers to pressure on people, businesses, or systems. It suggests stress without giving exact numbers.
Huh?
Strain shows up as pressure and stress felt by households, businesses, or governments when financial resources become tight. In simple terms, economic strain is when money feels tighter, choices become harder, and financial stability feels uncertain. Word number 6 is volatility. Volatility in the stock market refers to how quickly and dramatically prices rise or fall over a short period of time. During periods of volatility, number 1, prices swing up and down frequently. Number 2, uncertainty is high. And 3, investor emotions strongly influence trading. And point number 4, risk increases, but then so does opportunity. High volatility means large, rapid price changes. In simple terms, stock market volatility is how bumpy the market feels as prices move up and down. So remember, the stock market can be a gamble. Word number 7 is headwinds. Economic headwinds are forces or conditions that slow down economic growth or make progress more difficult. The term comes from aviation. It's when a plane flies into strong headwinds. It still moves forward, but with more effort and at a slower speed. Now it looks like strong headwinds. Uh-oh. Here are some examples of economic headwinds. Number 1, higher inflation. Number 2, rising interest rates. Number 3, weak consumer spending. And number 4, political uncertainty. Headwinds don't necessarily stop growth altogether, but they reduce momentum and create obstacles for businesses, workers, and governments. I am not a crook. Thank you. Thank you very much. Word number 8 is pressure. Economic pressure, that is. Economic pressure refers to financial stress building within an economy that forces individuals, businesses, or even governments to adjust their behavior. Here are some causes of this economic pressure. Rising costs from energy, housing, or food, higher interest rates, increased debt levels, slowing income growth, etc. Economic pressure doesn't automatically mean crisis, but it does signal strain that can influence decisions and slow growth. In simple terms, economic pressure is the financial squeeze that makes money decisions more difficult across the economy. Word number 9 is softening. This word, used in an economic context, means a gradual cooling of economic activity, where growth slows but doesn't turn sharply negative. Economic softening includes slower consumer spending, reduced business expansion, cooling job growth but not widespread layoffs, moderating inflation or price increases, and more cautious investment. Economic softening is often seen as a transition phase. It can follow a period of strong growth and may help ease inflationary pressures. It's milder than a recession and does not imply economic collapse. In simple terms, economic softening is when the economy eases off the gas, slowing down without stalling or reversing. Word number 10 is contraction. Economic contraction is a period when an economy shrinks rather than grows. What are the possible causes? Number 1, lower incomes. Number 2, reduced investment. Number 3, falling business production. And number 4, declining consumer spending. Yeah, that's contraction. Economic contraction is more severe than an economic slowdown or softening. If it lasts long enough and is widespread, it's typically labeled a recession. In simple terms, economic contraction is when the economy moves backward. Less is being produced, less is being spent, and less is earned than before. Even I knew that. Word number 11 is expansion. Economic expansion is a period when the economy is growing and strengthening. During an economic expansion, businesses increase production, companies hire more workers, unemployment declines. Consumer spending rises, investment increases, wages and income often improve. Economic expansion is the upward phase of the business cycle. It can last for years, depending on conditions. If growth becomes too rapid, it may eventually lead to inflation or overheating. In simple terms, economic expansion is when the economy is moving forward. There's more jobs, there's more spending, and more overall growth. Word number 12 is tightening. Economic tightening refers to actions taken usually by a central bank to slow economic growth and reduce inflation by making money and credit less accessible. It may often involve policies from institutions like, for instance, the Federal Reserve in the United States. A common tool of economic tightening includes raising interest rates. That makes borrowing more expensive, and it makes your credit card rate go up. Economic tightening is usually intended to cool an overheating economy, not to cause a recession, though it can sometimes contribute to one if done too aggressively. In simple terms, economic tightening is when financial conditions become stricter to slow things down and to keep prices under control. Some of these words appear in the news every day, so understanding them makes the world easier to follow. If this video helped you, please give it a like. It helps to spread these videos to others. And if you subscribe, which is free, you won't miss any vocabulary lessons explained simply with Whiteboard Doodles. In the comments below, type which word you enjoyed most and where you're from. Thanks so much for watching.